Hello, church, and blessings from Union Avenue. If you are joining our worship stream on Facebook or YouTube, please feel free to like, share, or comment during our time together. However you got here, we are glad you have joined with us to receive good news and celebrate how love is turning the world right side up. Union Avenue has a long-standing tradition on holiday weekends to have a service Sunday, where instead of a sermon, we have a service project that we do in person. So in this digital space we are sharing today, instead of a sermon, we are going to hear about some of the amazing charitable and justice work going on in St. Louis from our mission partners across the city, and see firsthand how lives are being changed, communities being raised to new life, and people coming together for a better world. We hope that you'll find this time together inspiring and energizing by the close of our worship, that each of us in our own ways and all of us together in our combined efforts help make a real difference in the world with the love of God. And that is indeed something worthy of worship. So again, welcome to Union Avenue.
All creatures of our God and King, lift up your voice and with us sing. Alleluia, alleluia. The burning sun with golden beam, the silver moon with softer gleam. Oh, praise God, oh, praise God. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Oh, rushing wind with voice so strong, you clouds that sail in heaven along. Oh, praise God, alleluia. Oh, rising morning, praise, rejoice. The lights of evening find our voice. Oh, praise God, oh, praise God. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Oh, flowing water, pure and clear, make music for your God to hear. Alleluia, alleluia. Oh, blazing fire who lights the night, providing warmth, enhancing sight. Oh, praise God, oh, praise God. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. And of forgiving tender hearts, forgiving others, take your part. Sing praises, alleluia. You who of pain and sorrow bear, praise God who knows your every care. Oh, praise God, oh, praise God. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia.
It's funny, I don't remember no good dope days. I remember walking for miles in a dope fiend haze. I remember sleeping in houses that had no electric. I remember the birthdays. I remember overdosing on the bedroom floor. I remember feeling like I had lost all hope. I remember the look on his face. When I was 19, I was diagnosed with HIV. And I took it very hard. I was extremely sick, didn't know what was wrong. I was in the hospital for almost 2 months. And at that time I had lost all my hair and was extremely lethargic, couldn't eat anything. They had put a feeding tube in me and I thought I was gonna die. I really did. And at 19, it was terrifying. I was very bitter at first, at the world, at life. It was like running full speed into a brick wall. A few years down the road, I ended up meeting a guy. We started a relationship and things were going okay. And it kind of went sour after I ended up pregnant, and I had my son early and he ended up passing away. And I took that pretty rough. Shortly after that, my father passed away. So I took that a little rough. And I ended up drinking quite a bit, which led to me doing drugs. And I started on heroin. It was just a downhill snowball that grew rapidly. 2 months turned into 2 years, turned into, 10 years real quick. And I lived on the street for quite a while. I had children during the course of this time, and I have 3 boys at the moment. And, I thank God for them every day. But when you're out there like I was, those things don't cross your mind, and taking meds doesn't cross your mind either. So, of course, naturally, time takes its toll on you, and I ended up sick again. I ended up back in the hospital on my deathbed, and then I had 2 people sitting in my room I didn't know from a can of paint, Tracy and Taylor, with doorways. I didn't know these people. They didn't know me. My family wasn't dealing with me. But these 2 people that didn't even know me gave me a home. And they put me back in touch with my family, my children. They got me the help I needed. I had somewhere to call home. I have somewhere to lay my head. I have food every day. I talk to my children every day. I talk to my brothers and my sister every day. I don't have to worry about being out in the cold. I don't have to worry about when am I going to eat again. I don't have to worry about any of those things. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be alive. I could not have done it without Doorways. And because of them, I got into rehab. They got me into rehab. And I've been clean for 18 months now. I have a life. I'm living now. I'm not dying. I'm not just existing. I'm actually living. All the things I missed during my incarceration. I remember 18 months to this day. I was blessed to reconnect with my 3 kids, my 3 boys. They are my heart, my love, the core of my joy. I could go on forever about all Doorways has done for me, but we'd be here all night. To put it simply, they give me back my life.
For over 107 years, Unleashing Potential has been serving the community. Our mission is to close the opportunity gap of children and build on their strengths. And we do this with early childhood education, school-age services, which includes before and after school care and summer programming, and youth development. In 2019, we served over 1,500 children, and these are children who are in under-resourced communities, many of which are children of color. And we know that COVID-19 has magnified the inequities from a digital standpoint and racial standpoint in our community. We know that learning must continue. So Unleashing Potential has stepped up, and we have provided computers for children and families to make sure they could continue to learn and build their skill sets. We have also provided computers for our staff. We've done outreach and wellness checks for families and children over these last several months. And we've had virtual and in-person summer camp. Our early child care education program at Caroline Mission reopened, especially for essential workers, to make sure their babies had a safe and learning environment to attend while they went to work. As school districts decide whether they're going virtual or a hybrid schedule or in person, school-age services, they've knocked it out of the park in terms of serving kids. I continue to be in awe of their dedication and commitment to our children and the mission.
So the HIV medical home that we're creating is a model where we provide as many integrated services as we can on behalf of people living with HIV.
So it's a place where patients with HIV can come and get care, and when they come into the facility they can get medical care, they can go to the pharmacy, they can see their social worker / case manager to help them with all their other issues so far as housing, nutrition, insurance. They will be able to go to a food pantry, they will be able to access mental health, and eventually they'll be able to access dental care here.
I feel like I have an ally now when I once was alone. To be honest with you, HIV care hasn't really taken a forefront as being important in the world, and I can see that now it's finally starting to become just part of healthcare, instead of a separate issue.
You know, I've been working in HIV a long time, and I've been blessed to know a lot of people with HIV and their stories. And many of them are facing stigma and don't talk a lot about their HIV status with what would otherwise be natural sources of support. And so being able to create an environment that is designed for them and is full of people that are welcoming and committed to making their lives better. And then we get to work side by side with each other. All of this is right here.
And one of the beauties of this clinic is once we get them into care for their HIV or for their PrEP, we can address all their other health concerns as well. We can act as their primary care physician to treat their blood pressure, their COPD, their heart disease, their diabetes.
We're really not trying to reinvent the wheel. So if folks are doing service delivery and doing it well, what we want to do is partner with them so that we can offer that integrated model on site. HIV is a significant problem in St. Louis. There are about 6,200 people living with HIV in this region. So what we're really looking to do is attack HIV in two ways: prevention and treatment.
There's a medicine that someone who is HIV negative can take to help prevent them from getting HIV, but the key is to get people who have HIV, number one, to know that they have it, to get tested and diagnosed. Number two, to get on medication, because we know that if someone who has HIV is on medicine and has an undetectable viral load, so they're on medicine and the virus is completely suppressed, they will not be able to spread infection to another person.
What we find in St. Louis, and this happens in most urban settings around the United States, is that there's a convergence between HIV and poverty. And so case managers are working to do a complete assessment with each client to identify what their barriers and needs are, and then create an individualized plan around the support that they need. Ability to pay is not a factor in any service delivery that we do here.
The biggest barriers to getting patients into clinic and keeping them in clinic is access to care and transportation. So this is a chance for them to get them here. Once they're here, they can access all the things that they might need for their overall health.
People who are diagnosed with HIV now, if we get them into care early and keep them at an undetectable viral load level, they can easily live into their 70s and 80s. This is not what it used to be. And so this work is important to me because I want to make sure that everyone gets the access to care that they need. And when I think about what we could achieve over the next 15 or 20 years, I'm really excited about changing the landscape of HIV infection in this country.
People should not have to hide that they have HIV, but they do. And it's 2019. And I think that's about time for that to stop.
Home Sweet Home is a furniture bank that provides furniture and household items to families in St. Louis City and St. Louis County.
We help people turn their brand new apartment or their house into a home.
Well, I would describe Home Sweet Home as somewhat of a sanctuary. You know, it's a place where you can come and you can be, changed from being hopeless to having some hope.
Many of our clients have come from difficult situations and they have housing, but this allows them to have a comfortable bed to sleep on at night. It allows them to have a plate and silverware to eat off of. Many of our clients are just starting new jobs, and if you get a good night's sleep, it's really a lot easier to care for your kids well and do a good job at work and return to contributing to the community.
So when you walk into your house at night after working for a hard day, you have a couch to crash on, right? You have some place where you feel safe and comfortable. If you have children, you have a place for your kids to run into their room and jump on the bed, and a place to congregate for family dinners at nighttime. And to be able to give that piece back to our clients is very meaningful.
We hear so many incredible comments from our clients, but one of the things that I think makes them happiest is that sometimes for years these people haven't had choices. And to have the simple choice of saying, I like this set of sheets and I don't like this set of sheets, I think really can help restore some dignity that they may not have felt for a while.
People can get involved in three main ways. They can volunteer. We always need personal shoppers, people to help deliver furniture and help in our warehouse. People can also donate money. It takes a lot of resources to make this important mission happen. And we always need donations of furniture and household items. So everything has been donated and it comes from individuals in the community who care. So we always need more items to make that possible.
When somebody decides to donate money to Home Sweet Home, it helps us in so many ways that not everybody gets to see. We have to put gas in the truck to be able to deliver to the families. We have overheads with our beautiful warehouse to be able to allow families to come in and shop and see what kind of furniture is actually going to their home. Those donations are extremely vital to Home Sweet Home, much in the same way that a furniture donation would be.
You know, and sometimes people need just a little trickle of hope and give them the attitude, a positive attitude to go to greater heights. So I think the picture of is that when a person comes here and they get to make the choice and they see the results, they get the feeling and the dignity that, hey, I can do bigger and better things. You know, it's a stepping stone for them to be successful in their life.
And if you ever get a chance to talk to the clients and see the gratitude in their faces, you can only feel like that warmth and love coming from them.
Founded in 1887, the National Benevolent Association has been a faithful part of the Christian Church Disciples of Christ for more than 135 years. As your Health and Social Services General Ministry, we collaborate with leaders, health and social service organizations, and disciples congregations to help them strengthen and transform communities through compassion, healing, and justice. We do this by providing education, partnership, inspiration, and resources for leadership and organizational development for health and social service ministries across the life of the church. And all of our work is grounded in our historic mission of justice and advocacy.
When the COVID-19 pandemic began, NBA's Board of Trustees and leadership began working on solutions to best serve congregations, health and social service ministries, and other church partners who would surely see need related to this pandemic. This work resulted in the NBA COVID-19 response grants. With these grants, NBA seeks to offer relief to ministries that have been impacted by the novel coronavirus and to support new projects created in service to those suffering because of this pandemic. In 2017, the NBA launched our Mission and Ministry Grants program. These grants use purpose-restricted funds to fund ministries that work with older adults or educational ministries focused on at-risk youth and young adults. Over the years, these grants have funded everything from startup projects to projects of well-established ministries looking to make a leap in the services they provide. Some projects that have been funded have included summer camp for LGBTQI youth, projects that have improved dementia care for older adults, and things like tutoring programs for children.
As the NBA, our commitment is to bring to light how we are complicit in maintaining unhealthy systems of discrimination and oppression. We actively support our denominational efforts to be an anti-racist and pro-reconciling church. We nurture engagement strategies with our health and social service partners to transform the root causes of social injustice. We host peer learning and wellness groups for those fighting injustices daily, understanding that creating space for support and care is an act of resistance. We educate and advocate on issues related to mass incarceration, lifting up the unjust and disproportionate ways communities of color are affected. We share resources on how congregations, individual disciples, and church leadership can support social justice movements happening inside and outside the life of the church.
NBA Social Entrepreneurship Program seeks to encourage and support new and innovative, faith-rooted social enterprises as they seek to change the narrative, embodying compassion, care, and justice in the world in tangible ways. One of the ways we support social entrepreneurs across the life of our church is through our seminar, equipping them with the skills to start a social enterprise, and through our Incubate partnership, which are an extended time to be able to support and strengthen new social enterprises as they scale forward to increase their impact in the world.
In 2014, the National Benevolent Association established the Explore program, a 10-month service residency year for young adults ages 21 to 30. In the last 6 years, our residents have contributed hundreds of thousands of volunteer hours to local communities through disciple congregations. Check out the voting rights resource that one recent resident produced. This year, Explore has gone on hiatus while we consider what is our next most faithful step.
NBA takes seriously our calling to create communities of compassion and care, especially around mental health and wellness issues. One of our goals is to increase awareness about mental health and wellness, and to open conversations within the church to help counter the stigmas surrounding mental illness. And we do this through regular webinars in English and Spanish, through stories on our MBA blogs, and by facilitating training for regions, congregations, and pastors. At the onset of the pandemic, we responded through virtual soul care sessions in which we provided opportunities to pause and to process amid the global pandemic.
Hi, my name is Lady Ashley Gregory, and I'm co-facilitator for the support group QTPOC STL. It's not QTPOC STL, it's QTPOC STL. We're a support group for queer and trans people of color in the St. Louis area who are 18 years and older. We provide a safer space for queer and trans people of color to come and talk about the things that are most important to them, the things that are happening in our city, things that are happening in their lives that they probably would normally get to talk to in their outside lives. This group is very important to me because it came about at a time that was very turbulent for St. Louis. It was formed after the murder of Mike Brown. It gave a lot of people who were in the movement, who identified as QTPOC, a place to go and come and sit in community and talk about the most important things to them and how they saw our city would be moving forward. So this group has really helped me open my eyes to some of the issues that we have in St. Louis. It's helped me find community, people who are organizing the same way that I'm organizing, and also just helped me find people who need support and feel like there's no one that they can relate to because they may not have these social groups at work or in their lives. So it's basically like one big extended family for queer and trans people of color in St. Louis. So you can get in contact with us by emailing us here or going to our Facebook page that is also here and seeing our Instagram at QTPOCSTL.
Stay. Not again. Okay. Deep breaths. Hold on. You calm down first of all. See if I can do this again. Okay. Oops. Okay. More than one way to do something. And I don't want to drop any other toys. Oh, not again.
Well, my mom actually discovered Woodhaven. We were trying to find a place that could take care of me in Sedalia, but the only places that Mom could find were, they could keep me for 3 weeks and that's it. And it was mostly nursing homes. So Mom was like, either you move to Columbia, which is a little further away, or you can move into a nursing home. I was like, I think Columbia and Woodhaven's the way to go.
What are you up to? Do you think we should add a scoop or two just to be safe?
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of the outsides.
Okay.
Ready? Okay, ready.
You want more?
Let's do one more.
Okay.
Nice fresh food for you, Sunshine, and we'll get your millet spring and honey treat for you.
I make sure the ladies that are in this home have their needs met medically and what they want to do, their social activities. I supervise the staff, make sure that everything's covered.
Try to leave all the little details to be a different color.
She's very outspoken, very articulate. She tells us what she wants, needs, and very articulate.
I normally get up in the morning and get dressed and have breakfast. Then I enjoy DVR and the occasional day program activity until I go to work at about, well, I have to be there at 11:45, but we leave here about 11:15. And then I get off work at 2:45, 2 on Fridays.
I think that sounds like a little too much. Oh, true. Darn it. I would have lost.
Hey, hot fresh air popcorn, George. How much for this? Tell us all about it.
I feel like I have a lot of independence and my life is as normal as any other 39 getting ready to be 40-year-old.
Two picks. 2 picks out of 5. 2 chances to win a brand new Mitsubishi Lancer. 18,020.
So it all started when we opened not just our doors, but our mindset. Many see church as just a spiritual destination, but Union Avenue sees it as a hub for collaboration with and mission in the community. Those serendipitous partnerships between a church and other organizations that work hand in glove to serve the community, they don't happen often enough. You have to seize the right opportunity at the right time when it comes up. And over the years, we've been blessed with mission partners who share the church building with us. We still are, in fact, and we hope we always will be. Collaboration and community partnership is just part of Union Avenue's DNA. Pure Catering evolved out of a long-standing catering presence the church had hosted in its commercial-grade kitchen. At times, the building was surging with numerous simultaneous activities for anywhere between 12 to 20 hours on some days, and sometimes right on through the night in support of the many programs going on. Union Avenue's relationship with this creative culinary presence grew deeper as we hosted more and more community events related to development in the St. Louis West End, North Central Corridor, and right here along Delmar Boulevard. When COVID-19 hit, it was obvious that the local neighborhood had an urgent need for safe access to nutritious food. Pure Catering stepped up to help address those needs with a keen focus on providing meals for children, elderly, and others facing food scarcity, and all right out of the church's kitchen. Soon, the number of meals served to daycares, shelters, after-school programs, and other strategic service organizations grew exponentially. And out of this mission, Pure Catering formed a 501(c)(3) nonprofit called Food for Thought to continue this work. The challenge was obvious. Continue to serve those in need in a safe way every day, dependably, with delicious and wholesome meals 7 days a week. Tim Ellaby, the president and founder of Pure Catering and Food for Thought, says, "You don't have to be rich to meet the needs that are so obvious. A rich spirit, that's all you really need." Sure enough, they quickly obtained the necessary state, city, and county certifications to service available grant programs, and they qualified as one of only 3 minority food service providers in the city of St. Louis. Food for Thought has been working to meet our community's needs, not only in our own neighborhood, but also beyond. And consequently, Union Avenue has been a beehive of activity throughout the pandemic. Every day, food supplies are being brought and carted in. Regular deliveries of bulk products arriving in the parking lot. Delicious food being prepared and cooked. Hundreds of meals being assembled and packed for delivery to many locations throughout the St. Louis area. Delivered hot and on time every day. All the while, the need is ever growing, and the challenges are never ending, and the work hasn't gone unnoticed. Last Tuesday, Missouri's congressional representative for the 1st District, the Honorable Cori Bush, arrived at Union Avenue Christian Church along with our 26th Ward alderperson, the Honorable Shamim Clark Hubbard, to meet with staff and workers for Pure Catering, Food for Thought, and Union Avenue to see the collaborative work based out of Union Avenue Christian Church. They talked at length with Tim Ellaby about the problems and challenges that have been encountered in the underserved community. The entourage heard firsthand what has been accomplished and what needs are out there still waiting to be tackled. No one person or organization or church can meet all the needs of community or solve all the problems facing us here in this 21st century. But when we work in collaboration, amazing partnerships can spring up that enable us to start tackling these issues together. In church, we talk about our work being for the life of the world to come. And that's exactly what we are seeing here at Union Avenue. Missional partnerships bringing life to the world around us. Now that's what I call good news to share.
A lot of our clients have told us that the only way in which they've ever experienced getting food is through a food pantry. But shopping for food in a food pantry may not necessarily provide the nutrients that our clients need.
I am a recovering addict, going on 25 years. I've been diagnosed with HIV for over 36 years. And I came to Food Outreach and they started educating me about how I need to take care of my health and strengthen my body and my immune system.
I've had cancer 3 times. When you're going through 5 hours worth of chemo, you don't have time or feel like cooking.
I had 4.5 by 3.5 centimeters lump. A lot of time you don't, when you have cancer, to have just this prepared meal, that's I think the best.
It's a wonderful organization that helps cancer and HIV patients maintain a quality, high-value diet.
It's just very nice to just go home and say, I got this little chicken and I got this little vegetables and I can put this in the microwave and have some good nourishment. to fight your cancer, you have to have a nutrition healthy body. I mean, a lot of people be like, oh, I can't eat, but if you find those right foods that you can tolerate, it boosts your energy back up.
Food outreach, that was an awesome blessing for me. Everybody was so warm, you know, and you didn't feel like you were getting charity. You just felt like somebody was just helping you.
The volunteers have been tremendously grateful and helpful down here. They treat you with love, respect.
There's something that unites everyone who works here, that is all of us being our best selves.
Thanks food outreach volunteers, the staff and donors. Without all your help, without all your hard work, this wouldn't be. It won't be the food outreach. It won't be help to those who really need it.
I would just like to thank Food Outreach because it was such a godsend for me. It helped me when I was going through my illness, and giving me strength, nutrition, and a smiling face sometimes. And I just want to say thank you, Food Outreach.
To the donors of Food Outreach, I thank you very much for the donations that you provided to keep this wonderful program going. Thank you.
You all have gave me an opportunity to look at the inside instead of just looking at the outside of me, and realize that I can do this and I can stand strong. And because of your support, I get the educational diets and meals that Food Outreach has to offer me. And because of your support, I am healthy now. My body is healthy now. I'm not underweighted no more. Matter of fact, I need to lose a couple of pounds, but I'm healthy now. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you all.
We hope that you have been inspired by the stories and persons we have witnessed today, reaching out into the community and into individuals' lives to make a real difference in the world. This is the good news Christ proclaims, that God is active in the world, turning things right side up through love and justice. And we are invited to follow in Christ's footsteps, proclaiming and doing this godly work for the life of the world to come. And so, may God bless you with discomfort at easy answers, half-truths, superficial relationships, so that you may live deep within your heart. May God bless you with anger at injustice, oppression, and exploitation of people, so that you may work for justice, freedom, and peace. May God bless you with tears to shed for those who suffer from pain, rejection, starvation, and war, so that you may reach out your hand to comfort them and turn their pain to joy. And may God bless you with enough foolishness to believe that you can make a difference in this world, so that you can go do what others claim cannot be done. Amen.